We're live streaming. Welcome. Just waiting for my live stream to show on my page. All right, got it. I'm nearly there. Let's hope I've got all my microphones turned on. Please tell me if you can't hear me. Oh, okay. Welcome if you're joining me tonight. I'm Fiona Fernandez, and I'm a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator. Lots of things to play with on my table. We'll have a look at that. I'll just make sure everything's on right up here. Okay, I think it's okay. Like to double check. Hope you can hear me. So if you can't hear me, please put a comment in and let me know. There's lots of things happening. Tomorrow is the big stamp sale. So I've got a couple of stamp sets out that are, well, all the annual catalogue stamps are in the sale. This one, most of them, not everyone. The host stamp sets are not on sale. But all the others. So I have actually put something up in my Stampin' Up website, and it's a list like this. I've actually coloured it in a bit, and you can download the PDF with the colour-coded ones on there. So I've colour-coded it so that you can see which ones are standalone stamps and which ones are bundles already. So the 15% off stamp sale is Thursday, the 15th only, one day, and you can go through the list if you want to on the PDF, or just have a look tomorrow on the website. Go to stamp sale, and it will show you what's on sale. So if you're buying a stamp, just a stamp set, and you don't want the bundle, it's a great way to get the stamp set from 15% off. If you were looking at getting the dies that match it, it can work out cheaper sometimes to get the bundle, not buy the stamp set on the 15% off, but work out what's best for you and do it that way. So I've got a little list ready. Sorry, my throat keeps catching. So I've got a couple of things out. So this one here is a stamp set called Days to Remember. And that is on page, let me tell you, Days to Remember, page 32 in your annual catalogue. And this is a stamp set. I haven't actually played with it yet. I got it a little while ago. But you can make, so they've got a little one there with the march on it. And it shows you, you can make a little calendar out of it, or you can just use it to make a card. I'm going to use it. I think I'll try and use it tonight to make a card. So it just happens to be my wedding anniversary tomorrow. So what a great day for a stamp sale. I might be a little focused. So I thought, oh, maybe I should use this. You know, in all my stamps, I haven't got a current stamp set with the words happy anniversary on it. But I was looking. Sorry about my throat. Just had dinner and I'm a little bit sorry about that. Let me just find my Stampin' Up webpage, search results. So I went to search results. So in the stamp sale, the Graceful Tiles stamp set. Where are we? Graceful Tiles. So on this list that I've got, it has all the page numbers on it, so you can see where they are in your catalogue. Graceful Tiles is on page 113. That's on my list too. It's beautiful. This one like this. So isn't that pretty? See, it's got happy anniversary in there. So what I did was I went into the Stampin' Up shop site and I just typed in the search bar happy anniversary, and I think I just put anniversary, and it's showing me all the stamp sets with anniversary in it. So that's one of them. The Ringed with Nature polymer stamp set also has it, but that's not on sale. That's out of the mini catalogue. So the stamps in the mini catalogue are not on sale. The Celebrating You Cling stamp set, that is on sale tomorrow. Celebrating You, and that's on page 17. Just quickly have a look. I really like this one. This is on my list. They're all on my list. See, I've got a W there. That means wish list. So that's got lots of wonderful, I really like that for all the sentiments in it. I think that's great. And there's the happy anniversary over this side under my little finger. Yeah. So I don't actually have them to stamp with tonight. I didn't think about that. Never mind. You'll have to use something else like congratulations. I've got the inspired thoughts here as well. So that's on the list. Inspired thoughts on page 77. So these are ones that don't have dies to match them. So they're great bargains at the 15% off. Right, let me find my Facebook Live again just to make sure. So I'm going to put the camera over the table. What else have we got happening? Just before I do that, so we've still got Perfect Partners is on through September as well. So Perfect Partners is a sale where they actually added some dies in to match some of the stamp sets. So you can buy them as bundles. So if you look on the website, you'll see them in the special section under Perfect Partners. So for these ones, they've added in the dies just for a month. So they're only available in September. So if you want any of those, make sure you grab those before the end of September. And the other thing I had was the card making day. So World Card Making Day is the 1st of October. And I'll do a Zoom like this, but it will be a Zoom, not a Facebook Live. But you can watch on the Stampin' Up website yourself if you want to join in with that day. But they've got some things on sale, or to buy, not on sale. But if you do buy one of the bundles, or all of the bundles, you get one free bling. The free bling is the opal bling. The iridescent. I've used some of those ones. Got a make for you package. Iridescent pearls, basic jewels, and they're very beautiful. Iridescent. I love them. That's all of those. So I'll just put this over the table and we'll make some cards. Please spotlight. All right. So this is the Days to Remember one. I've got a few things out to play with. I've got the Blessings of Home. Now, that is part of a bundle. Is it a bundle? Hang on. Now, what I've done in my list, I haven't got the coloured one here, but on my website, I have got the coloured one. And so this one here is called Blessings of Home. So on my sheet here, I went through the catalogue and I marked them all so I knew what was what. So the Blessings of Home is a bundle. So on my coloured sheet, I've actually put a little reference at the top, what all the colours mean. So you can see that this one is a standalone stamp set. This one has dies that coordinate with it. Things like that. Okay, just to make it a bit easier. So if you wanted to know, oh, does that have dies to match? So this one over here, let's put it up there. The watercolor shapes. We'll just put that there for a minute. Put all of these things there. The watercolor shapes is a stamp set. Clear, so they're the photopolymer, which is great because you can see what you're doing with them. But they coordinate with the layering circles dies and the stitched rectangle dies and the punch, the oval punch, dual oval punch. So that's pretty cool. Like if you're looking for something to cut them out with, you've got all these. Let's just have a look at that. Yeah. You'll be able to punch around that one. I don't think the little one will work, but that one there does. You've got your stitched rectangles. The big ones there. That one. And maybe even the small one. Not sure about that one. And yeah, so that's what it says in the book anyway. I thought, oh, I didn't realise that. These are the layering circles. So you could cut them out. Another option. Like the way everything coordinates together. So the Blessings of Home bundle comes with these ones. Flowers of Home dies, but I'm just going to use it without the dies tonight, I think, and play with that. And I've also got Peaceful Moments. I love this stamp set. It's just really handy. It's got a lot of sentiments in it that are really, I've used that one a lot because you've got all those different things in there. So that one is on two. Let's have a look at that. Peaceful moments. So on the sheet they provided for us, peaceful moments. It tells you what they normally cost, 37, and they're 31.45 tomorrow. Tomorrow only. So that's good to know. Always love a sale. Right, let's get out something to play with. What will we do? And I had another thought about the Stitchery one. I'm doing a bit of like patchworky stuff. You know, I like patchwork sewing. And oh, this is a grandkid. I just got that out because I'm going to see the grandkid this weekend, so we might have to make a grandkid card before I go. Maybe not tonight, but it's a cute little one. And that's in the sale too, a grandkid. It's up the top there, 51, page 51, and that is 31.45 instead of 37. Handy little one if you've got a lot of grandkids, or you know someone that's got grandkids. Hi Wendy, welcome. Right, let's get something card. So I haven't got a lot of colours out tonight. I've got my white and my very vanilla. I might play with a bit of very vanilla. Just to be different tonight. I often use white, but I thought tonight I might use this. And I've also got out my, not sure yet what we do, but I got this out and I thought that looks nicer with the very vanilla. So this is the Pretty Prints Designer Series paper, which also coordinates with the Sun Prints. So it's the same sort of prints as the Sun Prints, which is the blue-based one. Blue and a few other colours there. And this one, these are beautiful. And of course the Sun Print stamps go with this. I can't think what they're called. Where are they? Up on my thing somewhere. So if you're looking for the Sun Prints, I'm just thinking of things at the moment, mix and match and all that sort of stuff. I like to have ideas to start with and then mix them all up and put them together. Oh, where are the Sun Prints? I don't know what pages they're all on now, wouldn't you? I don't. No, I think it's back in the artistic section. They have little labels in here, different sections. And I've been pouring through this tonight going, what will I do tonight? there's the ones that I've got out. And this is my next class, which I'm working on, the 25th of September. That's already closed for registration. So, but the one after that in October, if you want to do my online class, we'll be doing the bows of, what is it, Leaves of Holly. It's a whole suite in the mini catalogue. I'm just looking for the Sun Prints to show you if you're not familiar with it. So if you can't find it, just go to the front of the book. Hi, Amanda. And go Sun Prints 1991. There we go. Right. So these are the stamps that coordinate with this paper. They're called Nature's Prints. That's what they're called. That's why I couldn't find them, because they're under N. And this DSP that I've got out, I'll show you in the book. So these ones are these colours, the Pacific Point Night and Navy, Starry Sky and Grey Granite. And here's the other one, Pretty Prints, is this one on the table. See the different colours in it? Just thought that was something different to use. So I'm not sure what we're doing yet. So we'll have a play with it in a minute. So we might even do some stitching up of things in the background. Oh, we might have to use those dies and cut some out. Don't do my trick. I'll show you my trick. Hang on. Just put that back in there. Here's the trick for you. Just be careful when you're putting your stamps down on the table and putting your plastic things on top of them, because you'll lose them. They'll go somewhere and you'll go, where are my stamps? So there's a little tip for you. Okay, what do we do first? Oh, thinking. I'm tempted to do a bit of patchwork, so I might just get this out. Do some stamping and some stamping with that and see what that looks like. I'll think about the other paper in a minute. I'll get this one out. I've got a small piece in there. No, I don't. I might cut that one in half though, because that's a full. That's a bit bigger than full. I'll just go to 10.5. Now. Or maybe we should go a little bit smaller. I might stamp them all together. There. Now I always keep my little pieces. We can stamp something else on them. If I go to that, hang on. 14, go to 10. The front piece. And I might just do some pop that down. What colour will we do? Let me see. We're staying with those other colours. So these were the colours on here. I might sort of go with those colours a bit. Those colours are lots of things. They've got Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Evening Evergreen, Gorgeous Grape, Petal Pink, Rich Raspberry, Shaded Spruce, Soft Seafoam and Soft Succulent, and Sweet Sorbet. That's a lot of colours in the back, isn't it? That's good. Lots of variety in there. Oh, what we pick? Got a bit of a variety, don't I? But I don't want to go too dark either. What was that soft one? So Coral, Coastal Cabana. I love those colours. That's these colours here. Calypso Coral. Seafoam, and they'll look different on the very vanilla too. Soft Seafoam, Calypso Coral, and Coastal Cabana. Let's see what it's going to look like. Patchwork stuff. Actually, I might do the Soft Seafoam. We've got wish lists for tomorrow, girls. Anyone else that's watching? I don't know who's watching. I can see who's commented, but I'm not sure who else is watching. If you've just tuned in, there's a 24-hour stamp sale tomorrow. Put that one up there. Oh, you know what I need, don't you? My mat. Pick that up. Put it on your mat. Get a better image on there. There we go. That's nice and soft. I might leave that one on there. So I'll come off. And I'll just use the other one. Up for a minute. And what shape will we use there? Still thinking? Yeah, I've written a list. Here's my Busy Bees stamp. You want to be part of my team? The Busy Bees. Now I might have to trim this down again because I want to butt right up close to the other one. I might just pull these off a little bit. Have a play for a second. I'll do that one there. That one there. That'll work. Sorry if my head's in your way. Leaning over. Let's try that one. So these are designed to give you sort of a water washed out look. Look at the pictures there. Just trying to get enough ink on my stamp. Okay. thinking maybe I should have done this one first. We'll come back to that one in a second. I'll do this one. I'll use that one. A few colours going out here. I haven't played with these much yet. I think I only used them once, one night when we were doing a live. I'll be crooked on that one, but oh well, it's a handmade card. I can't see it. I've got to get my head over there, sorry. I'm just lining it up. Right, now we'll do this one. Just put a bit more ink on that. There we go. Right, now, what else do we want in there? Need something in there, don't we? Maybe I'll just do another big square one. Now, the other thing we could do, you could mask these if you wanted to. The deckled edge dies, you could use a piece of that. Do I have one handy? There's a good question. You know, I've got all these little offcuts everywhere. I might have a deckled edge somewhere. Just a minute. Just have a look in my little boxes over here. There's a little box. I keep all these little boxes with bits and pieces. And try and categorize them into different sections. I'm not sure if this is my watercolor section. See? Just wondering if I kept a deckled edge in here. So I've ripped this one and I've used that as a mask. So there's a deckled edge in there. Well, there was one in the frames box. Frames box here. We have a deckled edge. Oh, I think we've got one. See this one? See that deckled edge there? So if I wanted to, I could put that down and use it as a mask so that I get an edge there. So I get another half a stamp. I might do that. And that'll give us a fancy edge then. If I turn it over that way. You see what I'm doing? That way. Are you girls crafting with me tonight? I think I'll use this colour. Should I go another colour? Oh, I think I'll go that colour. Dark, isn't it? Put something over it in a minute. Okay, let's try. Let's see how it happens anyway. I missed a bit there, look. Still looks all right. It gives it a rough look, doesn't it? Although I might just go over it. I might go over this side now. And do that again. I'll just wash that off. Some more ink on there. We don't need to ink up the whole stamp, do I? Could have just inked half of it. I'm going to come over this side now. And just get that rest of that ink on there. That's all right. That worked, didn't it? Cool. And then you can just use that for something else or just keep it as a spare masking piece. That was the deckled rectangles. Right, what do we do next with this? Oh, now I want to do some stitching marks, so let's close these up for a minute. Just try stitching for a second and do some sewing. Let's get this one out for my stitches. So this is, I've kept that piece as well, in case I want to put them back in there and stamp them all together like one stamp. This is called the Stitchery. Now let me just check if it's, I'm hoping this is still current. I think it is. Stitchery, yeah. Stitchery's on page 48. It's on the sale list. Right, which stitch will I use? Got all these stitches. Which one will we use? I think I might use this one. This one. Now the only trick to this, of course, is going to be I can't actually see through it. So it'll be a little bit rough, but that's okay. Actually, I'll have to put it up. I need my bigger stamp. My big one. I've got them all in here. The blocks come in a case. You can buy the case like this. There's a set bundle. Run out. This is the I one. That'll fit on my stamp. So then I can stamp it along. So I'm just going to put a bit of paper on here because I don't want to stamp my mat. I think we might go for the, oh, I should go something a little bit darker, shouldn't we? Maybe the Evening Evergreen on it. Maybe it's Evening Evergreen, isn't it? Yes, gorgeous grape. Oh, gorgeous grape would also be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, can't decide. Evening Evergreen or gorgeous grape. Gorgeous grape. It's Evening Evergreen. I didn't think gorgeous grape was in the paper, but maybe it is. It says it is. Let's have a look at the papers for a minute. I've got that one. We've used that one. Oh yeah, on here. Look. Oh, it must have it in there. Look. Yes, green. I've got any comments and I can't see them. What's going on? Oh, I'm liking the gorgeous grape. I get just might stand out more. Let's have a look. Oh, we could do two different ones, I suppose, couldn't we? If you're wanting to shop tomorrow on Thursday the 15th, there's my link, fionafernandez.stampinup.net. And if you click on shop now, it will take you to the shop. And there's my host code if you want to use that. So if you shop with me, spend over $50 in products, I will send you a free gift. Right, I think we'll give this a go and stick it down there. Let's go to out there. Get some ink on my stamp to there. To my finger. I've gone a little bit longer. So I've got to go. There's a tickle in my throat since I had my dinner. Sorry about that. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Turn it around. And then I'm going to go, I think I might just go down the whole card and there. So maybe we'll just go off the edge of it. There we go. That is groovy. Oh, I'm liking this. Actually, I might change colours now. Okay, what were the other colours? Oh, we'll go with the green. Put it out. Might use a different stamps on the next bit. Look it out. blanket stitch. Oh, that one there. Bit of blanket stitch on it. Okay. I'll put a bit of blanket stitch up the top there. Looks totally different. I had no idea. I love this, you know. I have no idea what I'm doing when I come here now on Wednesday night. Get creative with you all. It's good fun. I'm trying to be a little more focused. So I'm not here all night. What was the other colours? Hang on, I just got to look at the packet again. I want something different. Little pink. No, I don't know about that. Soft, succulent, gorgeous, great. Sweet sorbet. Sweet sorbet might be nice on there, mightn't it? Give it a bit of brightness, you know. I'm liking it. Different. Okay. We'll try. What do we do this time? Try that one. Go across, actually. Oh, maybe we'll do that one across the whole lot. I think it'll reach across the whole lot. There we go. Very interesting looking chamois now. Look. It's got all those stitchings on it. Right. Now we want another little bit down the sides there. So we'll go soft seafoam, we've done that. We could go petal pink or blackberry bliss. Bermuda Bay, but I don't remember seeing Bermuda Bay in there. Let's go high dye. Just doing a bit of patchwork tonight. Which one will I use? I'm just doing these stamps. This funny one. Odd looking one. Could move my ink pads out of the way. Okay. We'll just go down there. And I can always trim it off. Look at that. Get enough on there. Okay, we'll just go there. Oh, that's a bit wet. Make sure you clean all that off. All that off your stamp and off your block as well. Here we go. Now I'm just thinking we might do another block down the bottom of those. Got these ones still. This one, we might do a light one. We might do a stamp off one. Hang on, let's see how, because that's going to be really dark. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we'll do the gorgeous grape. It's a little bit too dark, but you can see the effects you get with these stamps. Getting colours all over me. Yay. So it does mark the stamp a little bit, but just use your Stampin' Scrub to clean them off. That's still very dark. I might go with the second one. There we go. I'll clean that off after. Right, and do another one of those. These ones, soft sea fur. And we might do a bit of that one, like that again. And use my edging. Might just try stamping half of that stamp with my edging. You could use the masking paper too to do this instead of a piece of card. Put that there. More ink on that. There we go. Oh, didn't stitch across the bottom. Look, we need another stitch. Which one haven't I used? This one. That one. Colour will we go? Might go this colour. Yeah. Oh, look like I got it right on the edge. I like that. No idea what this was going to look like I said before. So this is part of the fun. I went through the whole catalogue looking for ideas tonight. What will I use because of the sale tomorrow? Oh, I can't decide, and I've got all these things out. Let me put that one under there. I think we've done enough stitching, and I'll just put this in here so I don't lose it. Now we've just got to find some words and things and work out what we're doing next. Put those over there for a minute. Okay, keep this desk tidy. So we've got that to play with. Actually, that might work like that. If we do that, we could put them on. I was originally thinking of using a piece of this to put it on, but it might be too big now. Not too bad though, is it? Rather than a plain piece of card. And I might just use a piece of the some out. Oh, very vanilla. I've got very vanilla here. A few things back on the shelf. Out. Looking for that piece of card. This one. So this was a deckled edge, deckled rectangle that I used. Right, I'll just cut it in half. And then I always, when I'm alone, when I'm not, do my scoring at the bottom so that I don't cut it through. It's just a thing to keep my head, you know, this side that way, this side that way. So many times. Oh, why do that crooked again? That last time. Try that again. Scored it crooked. Depends which way you go. Yeah, that's better. That's what usually happens when I do it at the top. I just must push it on the wrong angle. I'll just use my bone folder to push that down. Now let's have a little look at this. So if I put that there, turn that over. I make a little border of it. I don't know whether we'll see any of it with this. I might trim this down a tiny bit more so we keep that little border. So the other thing you can do when you're doing this sort of thing, I'll show you, we'll just trim this one down. So that's on 10 and I'll do it to 5 mil less, so there, 14.35. There's a few ways you can do this. You could use a stitched rectangle. We'll come in later. The stitched rectangles do coordinate with this set as well as the layering circles and the oval punch. You can coordinate all those things together. So when I'm using this underneath the card, you could cut out the middle using your cutter, or you could use a rectangle. I don't want to go too big. I'll go the next one down because I don't want to go too close to the edge. So if I go that one, and then if you die cut the middle out or cut the middle out, whichever way you do it, you can then use that piece for something else. So easy way on your die cut machine. If you don't have a die cut machine, you could just use your trimmer and just come in. So if I go with that one on there and come in, go to the 2 on your cutter, I've got the metric ruler. When you buy the trimmer, it comes with the inches on it. And you can buy the metric ruler separately to put on it, which I've done. So you can move your little, so if you put your paper on it too, and then put your cutter, let's lift that up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. See the line on your little cutting blade? Can you see that? Hang on, I've got to get it in the right, something on my screen. Right, on your blade, there's a little line there. If you line that up with the number 2 or wherever you want it to be, whatever you're doing, so you can actually cut out a rectangle. So make sure your paper's in the right spot and put your cutter on the 2 before you put it down and then push it down. And then you want to come to 8 along here. So you come along here to 8 and then stop. And then you've got a line cut out in there. So then you can line that one up on the 2 and do the same thing again. You start at the 2 there and just make sure you stop about 2 centimeters up. So what are we, 14.4? So we want to come to 12.4 out there. It's underneath the card, so it doesn't have to be exact. And even if you go over a tiny bit, when you're doing it to go underneath something, it doesn't matter so much. You're not the only one. Oh, good. I'm glad I made you feel better. You talking about my crooked scoring? So if you wanted it to be fancy to put on top of something else, then I'd use the die cut. But I don't know what I'm going to use the other bit for yet. So enough so you can see the line under here on this one. So you can come down till this line here meets that line there. Bring that up a bit. And you see the line I've already cut there? So that matches my little line there. And when I pull that out, it should fall out. Ta-da! Like that. So that's just a way to not use up all the paper. And you could do it small. You can go much wider if you want to. I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Let me put that away so that there's. I'm going to trim some of the edges off this so it goes in a little bit more. Just a little bit. See how we went with that. That way we get a bit of a border. The other one around the edges. There you go. That's cute. Lots of colours. And I like it with the berry vanilla too. It's just a little bit different. I'm just used to using the white all the time. I thought, tonight I think we'll use something a bit different. Okay, so we'll just put that aside for a second and work out what we're going to do next. You know, I got these flowers out to do something with, but that hasn't happened yet. So I'm just thinking, I was thinking I was making an anniversary card. We could still do that, but I haven't got the words happy anniversary. I could do thinking of you on your special day, because your special day, it's my wedding anniversary tomorrow. So, or I could get this out and do September. And so I haven't used this one before. Let's just have a quick look at this, see how it works. Oh, sorry. We could do a little date. It's a good idea to just wash your stamps before you use them. The clean side of the semi. A wipe so that you get the residue off it. Oh look, this has got balloons on it too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, put it there. That's what's in it. A day to remember. Well, there we go. You could do something like that. So with this one, now this will be a bit tricky, won't it? Let's pull that off. So you have to line them up. And as you can see, I've never done this before. So what day is it today? Let's have a look. We've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or we've got Monday, Tuesday. So I'm going to go the Sunday to Saturday one. Put that on this one. On there. I've got this one on here. So I think what we do is practice on a piece of paper first. Always good to practice first, isn't it? What colour will we do? We'll go the green. Not sure what we'll do yet. We might put it on right, let's just go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That one. Best wishes for your anniversary. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for the happy anniversaries. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Anna. I just don't have an anniversary to write on the card. It's okay. We'll work around it. All right. Tomorrow is Thursday. So where's the 15? 15's here. 15th. So it must have been like that. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I think to do this, we'll have to, so this even comes with a little circle. So you can circle the date, which is pretty cool. But to colour them in, I'm just thinking I could mask them, couldn't I? That might be a way to go. Let's have a look for a minute. Let's just get some stickies that are sitting on my desk. I might just do it that way, just for the one down there. All right, let's try that. And if we do the letters at the top different, I might use the, if I'm looking at this, I think I'll use the purple. All the days. So we wanted 15 on the Thursday, didn't we? We're 2 rows on the side here we're not using. All right. I'm going to the 3. That's right, because oh look at that. Oh, can you see that? Look. Depending on which one you're doing, it's the width of the stamp pad. Oh, you don't even need to mask it. How clever is that? I hadn't used these before, so I'm quite impressed. Oh, look. You can make little calendars for people. You can make good little gifts, and you can do all the different months that easily. How easy is that? You just have to line up the right bit on your ink pad. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we need to now think about how we're going to do this. So if I'm going to put a little calendar on my thing and use a day to remember, where's my stamps? Yeah. Need to remember. We could put that up the top there, couldn't we? Or we could stamp it down the bottom. Let's have a look. And we could put this on a bit of vellum even, couldn't we? You could even just stamp it straight on there. I think I'll put it on a bit of vellum. You know, I just love vellum. You know, I don't put the vellum away anymore. It's always on around my desk somewhere, close by. So keep it in here. Very handy. Right, oh no, that one's got a tree on it already. There might be some loose bits underneath here. I just bought a new packet now. It's getting low. Oh, let's see if there's a piece. Oh, look, there's a little, why don't we use that one? It's like a little note card. So those little pieces in that one, I'll show you this one, is out of the Hues of Happiness, I think you'll find. The blossoming dies. So they're out of the blossoming happiness dies. This piece down the edge here that looks like a notebook is out of here. It's a die. Okay, handy to know. All right. Now we can put that over the top. Oh, look at that. You might have to order that set tomorrow. You know, I think I'll cut it that way. Yeah, where did my stamp go? You know what I've just done, don't you? I had a stamp sitting there. Oh, yeah. Where did it go? It went on to something. Hang on. That's what I'm good at. Here it is. Here it is. At least I know how to find them now. When I first started doing it, it was like, where's my stamp? Now I don't panic for too long. I think I'll go about there. And that should be enough, shouldn't it? So let's stamp that. Okay, what colour were we doing? Are we happy with those colours? Do we want the letters across the top in the green? Do you like the green? I'm just wondering whether I should go with this, the Post Calypso Coral. What do you think? I'll wait a second while we think. I'll stamp the numbers first in purple. Right, I've got to go to those numbers. Right, so we can go to there. I am so rapt that that works like that. So I might take that off the paper because it was flatter on there. I'll just come down a little bit to make room for the letters at the top. Good push, green. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that worked out so nice. I might have to heat that though with my heat tool. Oh, geez, look at that. Look at that image. Didn't that come out good? Very happy with that. Right, let's get the heat tool out. Sorry, the cord stuck. Cord got hooked up around there. Put on my heat mat for a second. Want to heat the wrong things, do we? Wonderful. A little bit of heat. So we don't want to smudge it. The other thing you can do, I've done before, is put, because it's quite wet on the vellum, when you stamp it, you can put a bit of clear embossing powder on that and emboss it. I should have done that. Oh, next time. This is still a bit wet. Can't do anything with. That's all right. Let's have a look. Don't want to smudge it. It's still got a couple of tiny bits that are a bit wet there. So I'll stamp the other one. It's mostly dry. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm doing it again. Put that stamp over there. All right, let's do this bit. This up. It did buckle a tiny bit, so just be careful with that when you're putting it down. It might be a bit tricky. Yeah. Really don't want to smudge it. This has got the deckled edge around it. That's a die. And it's got the little thing down the side there. Go down quickly. Quick, touch it. There we go. Okay, it's smudged a tiny little bit, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to dry it. Like that touch look. Oh, you can't use it too. That's fantastic, isn't it? I noticed that the other day when I listened to one of the videos back. Okay, I can't hear my picture. I can hear it now. Handy that you can't hear it. All right, I think we're good. It's the four still report. Really don't want to try the back a little bit. Don't want to ruin it, do I? No, I just had a thought though. I haven't didn't cut the bottom off at first. Bottom first. I don't want to put it through the machine. There's the Wilder's way. I'm just going to use my snips and pretend I'm a deckled edge. I want to cut the deckled edge. I wanted to cut it as a deckled edge, but okay, so we're just going to imitate a deckled edge a little, go like this. Really unevenly. You could even rip the edges of it around if you wanted to. Get that rough look. Really don't want to put this through the machine now. How bad is it? Look, it's a rough little bit. I've gone a bit crooked. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go a bit more off that bit there. Work at it till you get it how you want it. That's enough. And then we can use that for something else. In the vellum box. Right. Oh, we're getting there, look. Okay, where's my little... Use this one. My little block. Find it. Can't find the little one. There's a little tiny block somewhere. This one. So I might, what I'll do is I might do that last. Oh no, I'll just do it now. And then I kind of heat it again, can't I? Okay, so we'll want to use red on that, I think. Practice on this one. Good. 15. 15. Look at that. Woohoo. heat tool back. Oh, fair enough, she said. I just saw that. Sorry. Right, there we go. Okay, we'll just put that up there. Oh, no, we need it for this one. Hang on. Right, a day to remember. So let's just have a look at it. Carefully, carefully. I've gone a little bit short there, haven't I? Oh, dearie me. Well, if we do it like that, you won't even realise. Come back there a bit, I think. Oh, we haven't got the word September. Just realised. Oh. How could we realise that before we finished? Oh, dearie me. What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, there's a little heart here, look. I just found a heart. Right. We need the word September somewhere. I probably should have put it up the top of that. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't think I've got enough on there now to do that. Up here. It will look funny. I think I have to put it underneath. Or put it over here. September. How about we do that? What do you think? Should I put it on the Calypso Coral Square or stick it over here so that it's sort of up the top corner there, and then have that underneath it, although it'll be too far underneath it, I think. Or I could do what I've done to this edge and trim that one a tiny little bit off. Stick it over there. Hang on, let's just put the stamp down. If I put the September there and the day to remember here, and have the September calendar there. I think that will work. Or I could put the September over here and put the calendar bit in the middle more, like that. Maybe that would be better. We better find some real twine. I think I like it like that better. Right, let's find some twine. Decide what colour to do the September and a day to remember. Do we want to put gold twine in there and bring it up a little? And I could perhaps do gold on the September and day to remember. Do that, and that'll make it a bit blingier. Let's find my one underneath here. Find my embossing. some powder. Okay. I'll do something with the heart in a minute. I'll just pop that up there. This is why I haven't stuck the card together yet, because I wasn't quite sure which way we were going. Let's do this one. And we need some birthmark. Let's practice that one first. Let's put it on that one, then I'll be able to see it. Yep, I can see that. I've got this powder in here already, so I'll just use this spot. Just get it on your card, and then I'll just give it a bit of a flick to get the extra bits off. And if there's anything still loitering there, I just use a brush. I've got a bit of ink on there. Actually, I can't really get to it with the brush. I'll just use my take your pick tool. If you can see in there, it's just a tiny bit of extra bits that I don't want. Okay, and because I'm going to heat it all at the same time, just clean that off. And then get this one. I'm going to heat them at the same time. So as long as you get your powder on. Get on that now. Give it a flick. And just have a close look at that one. I think it needs a little bit more powder on the R. Better. And I'll just get a little bit of that off there. If you haven't got a brush, actually that might be the other ink anyway. Just use your take your pick tool like that. Especially when it's fine like that. There's a couple of bits there. And I'll just get a tiny little bit more on the R down the bottom there. So that you get it nice even coverage. If that's okay. Ooh, fun. Hey, nearly there. Woohoo. Those bits away before we get our heat tool out. Don't want to heat those. It's the fun part. No, it's all fun, but embossing's fun. Stand up. So I hope you can see that. On the high heat. Just go until it just goes. And that goes. Woo! Like that. All you need. Make sure it's all set. Look. Day to remember. September, a day to remember. So fun when you can combine all your crafts together. Stick that on there. And where are we going to put the twine? Got one little piece. Let's see what that looks like. I think that'll work, even though I've gone a bit odd with it. Okay, it's patchwork. A little quilt. Oh, I really like that stamp set now that I've used it. That's gorgeous, isn't it? On my list for a while. I got it not too long ago. I haven't actually played with it yet. Hang on, we need a heart, don't we? Where's that heart? Yeah. One little block. Hiding in my box. A little heart block. Heart block, see? Just for that. Colour hearts. Oh, we'll have to do red, won't we? So if you wanted to make it more patchier, so it's not like a flat piece, you could stamp your pieces separately and then use the die cuts, the the circles or the stitch rectangles, and then marry them together and marry them. See, got the wedding anniversary on my brain. Marry them together. Now, where am I going to put my hearts? Just wondering whether to stick one in there. There, or that one there. Do you remember? September. Day to remember. That's so cute. Oh, I hope you'll like it. Do I need another heart? Anybody still here? Do I need another heart? Let me look at my picture. Wondering whether to stick another one there. Oh, that look funny. Maybe there. So while I'm thinking about that, where did my ribbon go? I'm going to use some of this. So will I put it under the calendar? Or maybe we should just tie it. Let's do a little bow. You like it as it is? Thanks. I wasn't sure if it was too much doing another one. Do a little bow with this one. Just twist it. Just untwist it a bit so it sits flat. We'll have to use a glue dot to hold this on. And of course, the thing is sticking this on. It's going to be a bit tricky too. Unless I put that there. And you could thread it through the holes as well, couldn't you? If you wanted to, like we did the other week with that other thing. Doing different things with my ribbons. Chop that off. I might do something with that in a second. Let's stick some things together. I didn't put it all together yet because I wasn't sure where the ribbon was going. So now we'll stick it together. Put a bit of glue on this. Just center that on the card as much as you can. And see that you could even use that like that, something else on it. Look. Oh, look, it fits perfectly. Can you move the calendar up so the red circle is over the green? The red circle is over the green, like that. So then I'll have a big gap here, but then I could possibly put that there. And that will cover the gap. Is that what you mean? I'll stick this down while you're thinking, while you're hearing me. Do the catch up. Let's put a bit of extra glue on the back. And again, if you want layers to be higher, you could pop that up on dimensionals. But I like it flat. Really happy with that embossing too. Right, okay, Diana, where are we going with this? I meant higher. On the video, it gets lost over the red. I mean higher like that. Then we'll lose the September underneath. Oh, I see what you mean. Or don't you think it matters if the September's underneath? Just wondering whether to put something under it, like under the 15. Like a little bit of something. Gets lost. Okay. I could go on an angle. You know, I like things on an angle. We'll just try a few different ideas. Now this is got to go twisty. What about on an angle like that? And then you've got the 15 in the thing there. Do you like that? I think it looks better where you had it originally. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm not sure if you've seen the angle yet. Like that, or like over there a bit further, and we move the bow across. Because that way the 15's on that green. If I put the bow there, although it's sort of too far over one side, isn't it? I'll move it over a little bit there. It's sort of half on the green and half on the red there. Let me put it back on the red. Oh, I think it's all right on the half. There. To the right. To the right. It's hard, isn't it, with all this delay? Okay, I'm going to go with it on the green and the bow there. Okie dokie. So to stick it down, I think we probably will see a glue dot under there. That won't be the end of the world. There's too many other things to see. I put a glue dot under that thing, under there. I put a glue dot. See, if I put a glue dot under the 15, that might help. I'll go about there. Here we go. You can't really see those glue dots, can you? They work well under the vellum. Can just see it, but I'm going to put this over the top of it in a minute. I'm just going to put the glue dot on the back of this and push it into it a bit because it'll come undone. Otherwise, I'm just going to squash that in a bit. Try and get it right into it, squeeze it into it so that it doesn't come loose. Yeah, that's better. Squash it on. Yep, that's nice and stuck. And then I'm just going to put this bit underneath there to have it circling around like that. Ooh, this is good. Thank you for helping me. It's always good to have a bit of help. I'm just going to put this glue dot over that to hold it down there. And then that can stick on there. Think about the right spot. Oh, don't smudge it, Fiona. Not now. I think it's dry. Okay, so that one is still doing funny things. We might have to put a bit of more glue under that one. We'll stick that under there. I'm not sure where I want that piece. Where do we want it? Oh, we could aim it at the 15, couldn't we? Oh, that looks a bit scary. Let's play with it for a second. I like long ends on my, it's not sitting quite right there. Okay, didn't pull enough out. And a bit more up there. Yeah, that's okay. I think I'll leave it like that. It can sit under there, okay? Because that way it's sort of, I like it when it hangs out loose a little bit like this. That's gone all crooked. All right, I think I'm there. Woo! Okay, let's put all these little bits away. That's it, we're only doing one card. Okay. It's away. I do like that paper though. I'm really happy with that. I like the way it turned out. A lot of fun making that. These bits out of the way. Stamps everywhere. Have stamps everywhere though, isn't it? That was using that one, and we've got this one. I was originally going to go with something out of this, but could always do something. Something else with that inside. Where's the other one? Stitchery. The other one. So have a fun day shopping tomorrow. Don't forget, it goes all day. I mean, they do finish the phone call ones at about 5 or 5:30. I've put that in my post anyway. When they finish doing their, so you can order by phone if you want to, but it's much, I think it's easier to do it online. If you need me to order for you, let me know. I'll be out in the morning for breakfast, but I should be around most of the day. If you need help with your ordering, let me know. And I'll just flick back on my camera. Now I've got to find my mouse. Where is my mouse? Here I am. So thanks for joining me tonight. And I hope you have a lot of fun making your cards. I'd love to see them if you make some. And if you need help with making any, let me know. And for inspiration, I just really browsed through that catalogue a lot today and got some ideas from that. So just sort of merged together. Thanks. All right, Wendy. Thanks for joining me. And thanks for your tips too along the way. It's always helpful. So happy shopping. Good night, Di. And I'll see you next week.